Good evening, 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 good evening. Hello, Internet. It's Friday night, and I'm just going to change it up a little bit. I'm going to do one thing with comics, and then we're going to change the conversation. I'm talking a little bit about vintage Kinner. Dun, 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 dun. Sound just like them. Sound just like them. All right, first, we're going to go back to today. And what we did earlier, we put this puppy in the press, and we let the heat and the steam pressure make it better. And we're going to look at the result, see if it's cleaner, if it's flatter, if it's tighter, if it's brighter. And there we are. Looks okay. I do see a line down the spine from the chamfered board where these inset staples are an issue. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to press it again. Let me just zoom in here a little bit and show you what I'm talking about. There's a little bit of a line right next to the spine. I'm hoping it'll show up on camera. Remove the sandwich pages. So you can see here that the staple is just a little inset. There's no staple roll. This isn't roll repair. It's just a manufacturing defect. It happens quite often. The staples get off center. I imagine when you're printing a zillion books in 1960, whatever, that some things go haywire. And that's why it's hard to find, good graded books. But the book looks good. I think it's definitely improved. Still see a lot of dirt in the whites. So that's a little, hoping to get better at removing that type of stuff. I don't want to white box this. I don't think. I may consult with my guru. Now, what I want to show you, what I was talking about, is there's a line down the edge from the chamfered board and the press. Try to get some glare on here to show you what I'm talking about. Man, I'm having trouble getting any glare. Maybe the gloss is gone. Maybe I removed every bitty bit of the gloss. I don't think so. Let me do one thing production-wise and just give a little boost to the audio. A friend of mine was saying that the level was low. That's good. Every time I clear my throat, it jacks up. So there's that. Okay. Now, struggling with the gloss. There it is. You can see right here. See that little shadow? That's a little hump from the chamfered board. Now what I'll do to fix that is I'll put a chamfered board in the centerfold. Let's look at the back. Let's take a look at the back. Super dirty, still super dirty. Probably going to redo the whole process on this book. Sometimes you just got to hit it, a few times. Still got a lot of dirt. But it looks better. There was a big crease over here on the edge. Let's see how that looks. The spine looks better. This is flatter. Come on, baby. There we go. There we go. Barely. This right here has improved. It's flatter and there's less shadow. I still see, there's color breaking creases there from like a pinch and an opening, like from reading. This is a reader copy, and that's okay. These are meant to be read. I read it. And it's good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw it in the cold press, but I'm going to put a chamfer board in the middle and add a little weight to it and let it sit for, 60 years and come back to it and see if we've lost our line along the spine. I am a poet, and I bet you didn't know it. I make a rhyme anytime. My name's Paul, and that's between y'all. Oh, I be pimping. That's like pimp language. Okay, I'm sorry immediately. I regret immediately saying what I just said. Anywho, moving on. Somebody told me I was funny today, so I'm like super hamming it up right now. Okay, we're going to cut over. We're going to move this to the cold press area where I have a shot set up that I'm going to share with you tonight. Okay. Cold press board. But down. So, a little out of frame, but we're getting pressed up. We're in the cold press. It's right above the Amazing Spider-Man 300. And we'll look at that on Monday. I think what I'm going to do is do Monday to Friday, 2 shows a day, 12:15 and 8 o'clock, and try to hit lunch and after dinner in the evening, and see if I can build this thing. Super happy, super duper happy. Had some people watching today and had a little conversation. It just fills my heart with joy that anybody would be interested in anything I do. So thank you so much for subscribing. Probably, have a subscriber giveaway. I'll probably do all the typical YouTube stuff. I've said in the beginning, like, I'm not going to say comment, like, and subscribe. I'm not going to, get into I'm not going to create a title sequence, and like, it's like, just get straight to it. Just get to it. Just get to what you're going to do. Show me the goods and put it in my veins. You know what I mean? Like, let's talk about books and toys and politics and religion. Let's talk about the important stuff that everybody cares so much about, and let's get to it. You know what I mean? We're not going to talk about politics and religion. Don't worry. It ain't happening. Not on my watch. Okay, so today. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. I think that's Superman. I don't know. I don't know this character's theme, but I wanna, and I should. Let's try to get this little interesting little shot to show up. He's got a backpack, so it's hard to get him going. This is none other than the man, the myth, the legend. I'm gonna get a little tighter. Oh, too tight. Too tight. It's too tight. Get back out of here. Get out of here. Get back. Chloe coming down the steps. Got some wind blowing. She don't like it. She does not like the wind blowing. Here we go. Boba Fett. Kenner. Third wave. This is the third wave of figures. He was a single figure in the wave. I don't know if it's 79 or 80, but it's right there. Famously, George Lucas, when negotiating the deal for Star Wars to be made with 20th Century Fox, he got the rights to all the IP, and they didn't care. They let him go and sell a contract to Kenner Toys in Cincinnati, Ohio, and Bernie Loomis was the CEO there, And he bought it, and he went to his guys and was like, I want you to go see this movie. The movie was already out. The guys went and saw the movie. They were excited. They came back. They started working feverishly to create ships and toys, and the Star Wars line was born arguably the greatest toy line in the history of toys. There's a guy that lives close to me that is an expert in Star Wars toys. He was on some of the documentaries, Chris Fawcett, and he himself has found five rocket firing Boba Fett's. That is a prototype piece. Many of the cards in the second wave had stickers and advertising saying that Boba Fett was going to have a rocket firing mechanism. And there's myths around this, you know, like some people swear they had it as a child, that they had the rocket firing Fett, but no one had it. It didn't come to market. I know of one carded example that made it to Toy Fair, and it showed up on Pawn Stars. And then there's a bunch of different prototypes that have been found, and he's found five prototypes. Lay down. I know it's storming. I know. I'm sorry. Dog anxiety. If you know, you know. So, fireworks. Worst. She's literally on my foot shivering. I hate it. I'm going to give her some drugs. I'm going to get her some weed or something. Get her to chill out. Okay. Boba Fett. Now, one of these is special, and I'll talk about him in a minute. But the others are regular. This one's very nice. This is a Hong Kong coup. It's got a brown belt and a brown accents around his face visor. You can see that right here. See how his face, that's brown. Okay. This is a nice one. The coup. Right here. It says Hong Kong. $1979. And he's a beauty. This is a beauty. Nice green paint on his chest. His pauldron is solid. No color rub. No color rub on his gauntlets. A little bit of. Now I don't know if that's rub or mist spray. I believe it's mist spray because there's no other examples of color rub. This seems like an unplayed with toy, but he's got his tools, you know. I do not have any of the European versions that are lighter blue, and I don't have any Lily Letty versions. There's, you know, Boba Fett is the most highly sought after figure. He is the most popular in the whole line. So this is a Taiwan. Pretty sure. Yep. Taiwan coup. He has a dark belt. Okay, dark brown. His helmet's colors are dark brown. And this isn't one of the nicer ones, but it is a Taiwan. And I think those are a tiny bit more highly sought after. So this one says near mint. Let's take a look and see if in fact the bubble wrap. Bubble wrap is my favorite. Like, and I don't mean to get, you know, I don't want to lose advertisers for my millions and millions of subscribers. One of my favorite things is popping bubble wrap. And I'll just say it. Imagine having sex on bubble wrap. Like, it's got to be, I've never done it, but like, bucket list. You know what I mean? Okay. All right. So, Savage. What's up? So, okay, this is a Taiwan. This is a even better. This is a much better example. It is near mint. Sorry, baby. Sorry. Just gonna get tight. Get tight on here. This is a nice. You can see his belt is much cleaner than his partner here. And I think the paint is darker. This is a brown belt Taiwan, which is actually kind of rare, okay? And if you've seen an earlier, sorry, this is a minty Taiwan black belt. This is a brown belt Taiwan. I think the brown belt Taiwan is kind of rare. Like, I'm not 100% on that, but I think it's kind of rare. Okay, Chloe, lay down. Lay down. It's all right. It's just wind. Okay. So there's that. Now we've got a Hong Kong. Oh, and his blaster is just a normal black-blue blaster. You would be surprised how many different blasters there are, how many different types, and man, Imperial Gunnery. This is a very nice Hong Kong. Okay, super clean belt, which is where most of the wear would build up. Oop, gravity affects Boba Fett and me alike. Super great paint on his chest. Wonderful pauldron, gauntlet, knee paint. That's glossy. That's some glossy knees, y'all. That's some good glossy knees. All the way down to his boots. No play wear. Just a nice example of Boba Fett here. And it's fun. No wear on his targeting system, network, Fieldville. All right, we're going to throw him back in the can here. I've got a few of these, so these are fun to find. Now, I'm going to skip this last Taiwan. We kind of get the picture of what they're like. These, I've actually got two in display in cabinets. We're going to move straight to the main event on this fella. This guy right here. Now, I don't know if you can see it, but what makes this guy special is his helmet. All right? His helmet is very special. I found this at my local toy shop, Rebel Base. The owner, Troy, is amazing. Great shop. Vintage toys galore, got a whole wall of comics, good deals, great prices. Cool employees. If you do a pull box, he'll give you 25% off wall books. Like if you subscribe and go buy books, he'll give you 25% off wall books. He did. I don't know if he still does, but he did. I found this there. He had 3 Boba Fetts. I looked at this one. It was $38 at the time, and I was like, I'll take it. I noticed immediately what I'm about to show you. His helmet is spray painted blue. This is the exceedingly rare, very difficult to find, one and only blue painted helmet Boba Fett. And he is loose. I've never seen one on card. I've never seen one on card. I've looked and looked and looked and like am hoping that one day I'll just see one and somebody not know what it is. It's more rare than the orange hair Luke. Like it is more, it's crazy rare. I don't know. So we'll just see if we can take this puppy out of here. I like this little display case. One of my favorite figures. One thing that makes it so amazing to me is I was able to find it in the wild and pay, not a crazy exorbitant price for it. Limbic software. giving me trouble this week, man. So I think I'm going to take the weekend off. I think I'll be back Monday and do 2 shows Monday through Friday. It's kind of a lot, but that's okay. It's not, everything's set up. I just turn it on. So, all right, Boba Fett. This blue head makes me happy. And it's so weird the way it's applied. It's like it's not on the top. It's not on the back of the helmet. It's like only on the face and front. See how that's blue? And then on the back, it is not blue. Like there's no paint on the back. And this is a pretty nice painted Boba Fett. It's like they made a mask for the front. It's not on the top. It's only on the front. Again, this is one of my favorite pieces in my collection. Just due to the rarity. Nice belt. Light wear on the top of the belt. There is some marking on the chest plate. But I don't think it's playwear. I think it's technical. I think it's factory. Okay. Great pauldrons. Nowhere. Maybe a tiny spot on the pauldron. Like this has got to be an 80. You know, which in toys is a pretty high grade. It's not an 85. I don't think it would get an 85. But it's an 80. Glossy knees. Fun. This is a fun figure. So proud to own it. So lucky to have it. And I'm just exceedingly grateful to have this in my collection. Thank you, Troy, at Rebel Base. Just pop this baby back together. Put him back in his little prison. His little carbonite. Dun, 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 dun. Superman. Wrong song. I'm trying to get a Star Wars song and it's like it's not you know, it ain't working. So okay, now next, and to wrap up the show, I set up this little shot here. You can see my slider in my tripod moving behind me, and so now this is, again, a really great piece. Very happy to own it. Got this stuff back when it wasn't crazy like it is now. You know, things were, oh, you can see Chloe right behind me. Things weren't super crazy like they are now. I mean, I was looking at some prices today, and like asking prices, you know, not sold prices, but just asking, and like what people are asking is kind of wild. And so I just want to let this slider run back because there's sort of a reveal at the end of the shot that's kind of cool. What this is the first 12 display stand. This was a mail-in special order. You would cut out proof of purchases from the back of your card and mail them in and receive this in the mail. Kenner was amazing at like mail-in. Their first Star Wars product was a cardboard card stand with a like a promissory note to receive the first 4, the early bird set, and it came with a Luke, which famously many were double telescoping lightsabers, and it came with Leia, R2-D2, and Chewbacca. So all good guys, no bad guys. But without further ado, this is my first 12 display stand. You'll notice right away, that is the double telescoping Luke. I was working on a collection of a friend's and cleaning and putting the guns together. He had bought a large toy collection from a dealer, and he was interested in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle carded figures. And he had a whole box full of loose figures. And boom, there at the end, the vinyl Cape Jawa. Not much more can be said. The double telescoping Luke and the vinyl Cape Jawa together make this a very special set. I know that Obi-Wan Kenobi has a double telescoping, and Lord Darth Vader has a double telescoping lightsaber, but those are, you know, $10,000 each. And Daddy ain't got it like that. You know, you feel me? Okay, so that's a great Leia. I think that's the green hair hue Leia. Like, that's the big head Han. He got a big old head. And a super white, super clean dome R2-D2. So anyway, the collection I was working on, he pulled out the best 12 he could find because he had this display stand, and he put it on the display stand and he sold it to me. And as I was working on the collection, I discovered the double telescoping Luke. And he didn't even know it was in there. I took it to him and I was like, look at this thing. You know, I was able to negotiate for my work, organizing and photographing and listing on eBay to purchase the double telescoping Luke. And then the vinyl Cape Jawa was purchased from, I think, it was a sheriff's auction, like a civil asset forfeiture auction. And my buddy Chris Fawcett brokered that deal for me. And that was the last, the vinyl Cape Jawa was the last figure I needed to complete what I would consider a complete first 100, or like the 100 figure set with the important variants. I'll probably never have the double Darth and the double Ben, just because like you barely see them, and then when you do see them, they're astronomical. Even like it won't have the inner filament with the Ben, you know, and people will want $7,000 for a no grade Ben. So just one more shot. I love this slider. I love the dynamic shot it makes. The sand people, you know, if you just look at the names, Ben Kenobi, not Obi-Wan. Death Squad Commander, that was somewhat controversial. They changed the name later. C-3PO. You know what I mean? Like this was obviously, they heard the names on the movie and they named Death Squad Commander. I mean, there's no way that Kenner didn't just name him. Stormtrooper, Jawa, Death Squad Commander, and C-3PO. That's a golden C-3PO. Those are usually dulled out and hyper loose, and that one is tight and golden. And check out the white on the Stormtrooper. It is crispy. So it's very nice. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. A little dark. It looks like it's a little dark on the feed, but I think you get the picture. I did turn down the light a little bit. It was absolutely blasting on the edges. So, yeah, I'm learning. Luke's feet are super tight together, but that's just how he came. That's called the farm boy, Luke. So, yeah. This is my first 12 display stand, and it's in an acrylic display so that dust and light don't kill the figures. The Luke is pretty white. The Stormtrooper is absolutely gleaming. No pink fading. No, you know, the helmet on the Death Squad Commander is nice and black. No wear on there. Yeah, everybody's good. Everybody's no paint wear on Ben. Usually his saber hand is all busted. So cape is nice. Vader's cape is nice. Vader is right behind Obi-Wan, ready to deliver a blow. But Obi-Wan knows what's up. He knows what's going on. May the Force be with you. So anyway, I think that's it for me for the week. This is my second week. This is the completion of my second week. Got 30 subs under my belt. So stoked, ready to move forward. I'll probably do some work on the books this week. The stuff that I did this week needs to cold press for 5-6 days. So next week we'll reveal. We'll see if we need to do anything else to the books. It is kind of a time-consuming craft, and it is what it is, you know. Looking forward to, I think my cousin's going to help me set up a Discord tomorrow. Might get that going. I've got a Twitter going at lithium_age. You can check me out there. Like, comment, subscribe. You know, I'd love any new subscribers. Maybe we'll do some little giveaway at 100. That would be cool. Man, I can't imagine having 100 subscribers. And like, you know, Mr. Beast has 1 billion or something. So I can't imagine handling all that. But I'm not looking for that. I just want a small, tight little community of people that like toys and comics, and we can hang out and have a good time. So that being said, that is all I've got for this evening. Happy Friday. Have a great weekend. I hope you have a wonderful evening. I hope you get to watch Mandalorian and you love it. And The Last of Us will be on Sunday night, you know, and we can all eat some pizza and drink some Cokes and, you know, just kind of have a good old time. Kind of went a little crazy there. I went a little crazy. So, all right, that's it for today. Say bye to Chloe. Bye, Chloe. Bye, Chloe. Okay, she loves you, and I love you too. Until Monday, be well.